What if I told you there's a way to lower your monthly payments, pay off your property faster, and replace your overall and reduce your overall interest costs? What if I told you there's a way to lower your monthly payments, pay off your property faster, and reduce your overall interest costs all at the same time? Sounds impossible, right? That's exactly what most homeowners think until they see the numbers. I am Ron Siegel, certified liability advisor, helping families build wealth through strategic debt management. Here's what's interesting about the current market. Most homeowners are sitting in their homes thinking about refinancing, but they're asking themselves the wrong question. They're asking, what's the rate? When they should be asking, what's the strategy? Let me share a story about a client I worked with recently. They came to me with a 30-year mortgage, car loans, some credit card debt, the usual household debt mix. Their mortgage payment alone was manageable, but when they looked at their total monthly debt service, they were hemorrhaging cash every month. Now, most lenders would look at this situation and say, let's refinance your mortgage to lower rate. And that's not wrong. It's just incomplete. That's the difference between eligibility and suitability. Our strategic refinance program looks at 3 specific outcomes, and this is where things get interesting. First, we lower the monthly debt service, not just the mortgage payment, the total debt service coming out of the household budget. Think about it this way. If you're paying $2,000 on your mortgage, $800 on car loans, $400 on credit cards, that's $3,200 leaving your household every month. What if we could restructure that to $2,400? That's $800 back in your pocket every single month. That's $9,600 a year. What would that do for your family's safety and liquidity? Now, if you're dealing with consumer debt alongside your mortgage, we have a specific 2-step equity strategy that addresses this. You can learn more about that at rsrlinks.com/2step. rsrlinks.com/2step. Second, and this surprises people, we actually position you to pay off your property in less time than your current path. Wait a minute, Ron. People are saying, how does that work if I'm lowering my payment? Here's the thing. When we free up that monthly cash flow, we can strategically redirect it. Instead of that money disappearing into high-interest consumer debt, it goes toward your property equity. The math works differently when you're not bleeding money to credit cards, charging 18, 22, 30%. Third, we lower your household blended interest rate. This is the number that most people never calculate, but it's the most important to me. Your household blended interest rate is the weighted average of all your debt. If you've got a 6.5% mortgage, a 7% car loan, and credit cards at 20%, depending upon the amounts of each, your blended rate might be 9 or 10%. Our program analyzes how to reposition that debt strategically so your blended rate drops to maybe 6 or 6.5%. That's the difference between paying tens of thousands in interest versus hundreds of thousands over time. Let me give you another real example of how this works. I had a homeowner come to me with an $800,000 loan they took out 3 years ago at 6.75% interest. Their current payment, $5,188.78. They've got 23 years remaining on that loan. They'd been watching rates drop and wondered if refinancing made sense. Here's what we did. We refinanced them into a new loan of $766,000 at 6.125%. That includes the $3,500 in closing costs built right in, so nothing out of pocket. Their new payment, $4,715.66. That's a monthly savings of $473.12. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Most people would take that $473 and spend it somewhere else. But we showed them something different. If they take that $473 they're saving every month and apply it right back to the principal balance of their new loan, they actually pay off the property in 23.67 years instead of 27 years that's remaining on their old debt. Think about that. Lower payment, but the house is paid off more than 3 years sooner. That's what strategic thinking looks like. Now, remember, I'm educating you here. I'm not giving you any offer, and I'm not giving you the APR because we haven't looked at your situation to know exactly what that would look like. It's just education. What does this mean for you? It means strategy beats rate always. It's not about chasing the lowest mortgage rate if that leaves you stuck with high interest consumer debt eating away at your cash flow. It's about looking at the complete picture, your safety, your liquidity, your return. The Strategic Refinance Program is designed for homeowners who understand that a mortgage isn't just a loan, it's a financial tool. And like any tool, it works better when you use it strategically. If you want to see what your numbers actually look like and get your financial house in order before making any refinance decisions, rsrlinks.com/keysteps. That's rsrlinks.com/keysteps. We'll help you understand exactly where you stand. And remember, strategy beats rate always. I am Ron Siegel, your certified liability advisor, helping families build wealth through strategic debt management. That is Mortgage 101, brought to you by rsrlinks.com/Sora, rsrlinks.com/Sora.